One thing about being here is it's a whole like atmosphere of number one. There's not really any way around that. There's nobody here that's like content with being the silver medal at all.
Yeah.
And that's like top down from JR, the Berrigan family, his father, Andrew, Anne Marie, you, me, Nate, I mean, Dylan, everybody. That's one thing that we have all in common is like silver don't cut it. You know what I mean? And,
first loser.
Yeah, 100%. And it's a fun environment to be in when it's like that. You know what I mean? It weeds out the chaff real quick. You know what I mean? And it's like that expression, iron sharpens iron, but it really does. It's told you earlier, I was in a room full of you guys a few weeks back and I felt out of place. And it's either get in place or get on to something else. There's no mediocre here, so either get with it or don't. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We'll help you, but at the end of the day,
100%.
This is something that like JR's always told me, and it's the same for every manager, every agent, everybody that we have on our team, is we'll match anything that you're willing to put in.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, if someone's content, like to me, if you're content, and I'm reading a book right now, David Patrick, phenomenal, Next 5 Moves. But in chapter 2, he's talking about identifying what drives you, right? Because everybody's drives different.
Yeah, like, success is different for everybody.
Yeah, and it's, look, you don't have to want to be a millionaire. You don't have, you can be, right? And if you want to be, the great thing is with this is in the insurance industry as a whole and in sales as a whole, you can write your own check, right? You can create your own destiny. And here we joke around about like with leads and stuff, it's printing money, right? We have this great lead program and it's the lifeblood of our industry, but it goes back to identifying what makes you happy. And the cool thing here is that if you can identify and spend enough time of, hey, this is what I really want and this is what I'd like to achieve, we can help you design a plan to that and an action plan and how to hit those goals and in a very quick time. And it could be working, hey, I want to make 7 figures, right? That's going to take a lot more sacrifice, a lot more stress, a lot more travel. There's going to be a lot of things that are attached to that. But the cool thing is that if you say, hey, we've got a lot of agents that they make 40, 50,000 a year. They're completely content. We've got some people that are part-time that they might make 1,000 a month. I had one of my biggest override weeks. It was yesterday or the day before. I deposited 56 grand net, $56,000 deposit for net.
That's awesome.
There's been a lot of pain to get to that point, right? A lot of sacrifice. But it doesn't matter at what level you're at. And the cool thing is that we're not going to put anybody down for whatever their goals are. But
you got to be honest with yourself and your manager.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep growing. I mean, our bus is moving forward. And if you say, hey, I'm comfortable here, cool, we'll help you maintain that. But we'll grow around you. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep going. We want to be number one. And it's that desire to continually get better and improve, because we've all got to grow. We've all got things that we've got to get better at.
If you're not growing, you're dying.
Yep. Tell me a little bit about what specifically motivates you. What's like some of the biggest things? I know obviously your family and your kids and stuff, but have you ever drilled down on what are some of the biggest motivating factors for you?
Yeah, for me, I kind of touched on it before. Like, I didn't want to embarrass Nate or you or anybody when I started. I take pride in what I do. Like anything, when I was in the laborers, I wanted to be the #1 guy then. And I feel like I was definitely on most of any of the jobs. I got to that point where it was like Garrett and me. And it was like when I worked at Wrigley's, I wanted to be the #1 sales manager. I drove shit trucks on a dairy when I was younger. I wanted to be the best shit truck driver there was. That's really what drives me with anything. First and foremost is I take pride in what I'm doing. But you know, I kind of was thinking about this earlier. I love being able to like take my wife and kids. I take them on these trips and we go on vacation.
Where'd you get back from?
Bass Lake. I was there for a few days. We went up for Valentine's Day, rented a cabin.
And happy birthday too, man.
Thanks, brother. But yeah, I got a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. The newborn hasn't really been to many places yet because she's a newborn, but they've been to Alaska twice. They've been to Hawaii. They've been to Vegas a bunch of times, Seattle, Oregon, LA, you name it. You know what I mean? 49ers games for the playoffs. We're going to a Dodgers game next month. I mean, it's more places than most people go in their life, and he's 4 years old. I want to show my kids anything you want to do is possible if you work for it. You know what I mean? And I love the time I'm able to spend with them, but one thing is, don't get it twisted, is I'm able to take that time and do those things because I put so much time in and effort when it's time for business. And most of the time it's time for business.